I went to an interview Friday that resulted in a full-fledged panic attack. It is by far the weirdest thing I have ever experienced. Like, I was in an interview and I had like a full-fledged anxiety attack. The first part of the interview, I'm interviewed by the person that would be the person that I directly report to if I'm hired. And so me and him had a great interview, routine things for an interview. And he liked me so much that he wanted the director to come in before I left. And we're waiting like 30 minutes for the director to come in. And so, he's awkwardly making conversation with me just to keep me there. So when the director comes in, the energy shifted. He says, he's looking at the resume or whatever, and he's like, and what was your last position? And I tell him, he was like, are you sure? He was like, because your resume says, and I'm like, yeah, in my mind, I'm like, dude, I think I would know, the last place that I worked at, but he's already coming in with this, condescending kind of tone. And then he's like, okay, so I see that you have the experience, but I like to test people on their technical skills. So I'm like, cool. So he pulls up a finance contract and he's like, read this to me. And he's like, what does this mean? What is the customer's interest rate? And all of this. So then he pulls up an Excel sheet with all of this different information from their company. And he's like, tell me, what does this mean? Tell me, how do I sort through this? And I'm telling him. So he gets to the last question, which is, none of these are hard questions, but I'm not gonna lie, it did seem a little insulting. But I just didn't want to, I didn't want to get in my head about it. It's just I blanked out. They asked me, was I okay? I just apologized, and I immediately dropped my head, closed my eyes, and started telling myself girl, you are okay. This was so weird. I was so embarrassed. The thing that's scary is I could not get it together to even it's like I went mute. Everything went blank. I couldn't get it together to even answer the question. So I sat there for a little bit, gathered myself, thanked them, and I walked out. I've been thinking about it, and I feel like my nervous system was just saying no, not this again, no. I'm asking myself then, what am I going to do? But I feel like I wasn't mad at myself because I bombed the interview. I feel like I was mad at myself because for this one time, I wasn't able to take their abuse. Usually I'm able to ignore it. I'm pretty mild-mannered and even-tempered, so a lot of digs in the past that people have thrown at me, the microaggressions in corporate America, I've been able to ignore it. I don't know what's going to happen, but I promised myself that I would break out of this cycle and not continue into this cycle of abuse. I'm tired of having to overprove myself. I hate that this is our reality here in America. I don't want to trade my sanity and mental health for survival.